It's my first time. I think it's most of these guys' first time here, so hope everything will be okay, and hope the kids will have a good time for the game.
And that is basketball star Dennis Rodman arriving in North Korea for a basketball exhibition with the Harlem Globetrotters. I'm Deborah Kahn. Joining me now is Evan Ramstead from Seoul. Okay, Evan, first Eric Schmidt, now Dennis Rodman. What is it with Americans these days in North Korea?
Well, it's funny. I'm starting to wonder if North Korea has just positions itself as the biggest stage in the world to do a publicity event because, you know, it's such a strange and isolated place that if you can get in, you're instantly going to get a lot of attention. And so maybe there's a secret plan underway inside of North Korea to use itself as a kind of a stage for publicity seekers.
Okay, and Dennis Rodman is traveling with a documentary crew. Any idea how this whole trip came about and who invited who first?
Well, as we understand, this is arranged by a group called Vice Media, which has done some really interesting and to my mind, actually excellent journalism about North Korea. Their producers and leader, a guy named Shane Smith, had gone into North Korea a couple of times and produced some very interesting web documentaries, going beyond kind of the surface kind of reporting that we sometimes see from North Korea. I mean, reporters go in and they all see the same stuff, and these guys with their reporting kind of peeled back some layers of the onion just a little bit and showed how the minders work and everything like this. And they also did a very interesting report about North Koreans in Russia who are working in logging camps, so we're basically kind of labor camps, forced labor camps. So they have done some serious journalism, but this really looks like a bit more of a stunt in a way, because what they've done is they've pulled in these famous basketball players, and they're conducting an exhibition, and they're calling it basketball diplomacy.
Okay, and Dennis Rodman has been taking advantage of the new 3G access for foreigners inside North Korea. I'm going to ask our producer to put up the tweets he's been tweeting out from Pyongyang on arrival. Some of them, we're going to see a couple of them in a second, saying, "It's true, I'm in North Korea, looking forward to sitting down with Kim Jong-un. I love the people of North Korea." Okay, so does this mean he actually gets a meeting with Kim Jong-un? I mean, there was a lot of us in line before Dennis Rodman, so I'd be very surprised if he gets the audience.
Well, the last American to meet a dictator in North Korea was Secretary of State Madeleine Albright in 2000. So if Dennis Rodman meets Kim Jong-un, that is going to be quite an astounding thing, because the American diplomats have been cut off from the high ranks of leadership in North Korea for so long, and it's been really vexing to the United States, because the interaction that the U.S. has had with North Korea has always been at kind of a lower level, and frankly, they're always wondering whether the talks that they're having and the interaction that they're having is actually genuine and is consequential. Of course, for years now, the two countries, along with 4 other countries, worked on what was called the six-party process, trying to persuade North Korea to give up its pursuit of nuclear weapons. And that process is almost 10 years old now and is stalled and has gone nowhere for several years. So it would just be really amazing, of all the strange things almost, to have Dennis Rodman end up being one of the first Americans to meet the North Korean dictator.
Yes, but we all know about North Korea's love of basketball, so perhaps he has a better chance than the rest of us. Thanks very much. Evan Ramstead joining us from Seoul. For more on that story, you could go to WSJ.com. I'm Deborah Kahn.